with this idea. It takes one person with an unconditional commitment to an unbelievable idea to change the world. If you're going to bring out the best in anybody, and this is something I do every day, is you got to expect something from someone at some point, right? I mean, there's got to be an expectation that something's going to happen. So someone has to expect something from someone for you to bring out the best in anybody. So how do you close the gap? How do you get to this point where you're on the same page and moving the same direction and moving forward? Okay? And the first thing you got to do is learn the language. So 10 years ago, I get into horses because my wife liked horses. We moved back here, well, it was about 12 years ago now. Moved back to Bismarck. 2 years, she's riding horses. I decided I kind of liked her. I'd like to spend more time with her, so I get a horse so I can spend more time with her. And of course, I learned about what horse trading is about too. And I learned that nobody tells you the truth about the horse that they're selling you. Okay? Because my horse was a 5-year-old broke gelding who had, of course, been ridden for 30 days and was ready to go and knew everything. And I also learned the minute that I saddled him, put my butt in that saddle after I had paid for him, that 8 seconds is a long time. and so it was very clear to me there was a major gap between this horse and I. He wanted me not on his back, and I wanted to somehow not get killed. And so we had to learn to have a conversation. I brought Michael here for you today. And that story is a powerful metaphor about how we have to learn their language, how we have to engage them, how we have to close the gap and get on their page so that we can get together, like me and my horse, and move forward in the right direction. But remember, so I don't know about your expectations, but I'm just going to tell you, make sure you do your part to close the gap and meet them halfway. A part of learning their language is figuring out what their story is. Anytime you start trying to learn a foreign language, what's one of the first things you do? You learn about their culture, right? And you learn what's the basis of their culture. It's their traditions, which are always founded in help? Exactly. Learn their stories. And then once you have their stories and you have your stories, guess what? You get to figure out how to write the story together. Story is a story. You need a story. Everybody needs a story. And that's why I use stories to communicate this point to you today. Is because stories become a powerful metaphor. They become the kind of thing that you can wrap your head around when you're right in the middle of the storm. Okay? You can use stories as a metaphor. Just like I use Terry. If I'm in a situation where I need to expect something from somebody, I've got Terry with me anywhere I go, just like that, to tell me how to do it. If I need to understand how to close the gap, I've got Michael with me, just like that. If I need to understand how to learn somebody else's language and get on their page, I've got a picture of Reno right in my phone. I can't wait till you see that pretty boy. And so you've got to have a story. And this is just a little high school state title. But I'm going to tell you, this story carries me into every day at work. And I know that when I engage my team right away in the morning, the first thing I need to do for them, the first gift I need to give to everybody who works on my mortgage team is an expectation. And my question to you is, who are you expecting to be in the finals? Who expects you to be in the finals? And at what point do you look at these kids that you're trying to bring out the best in them? At what point do you look at them and know where their finals is at, when they need to be there, and whether or not they're going to get there or not? Whether it's on the board of an organization or whether or not it's one-on-one event or however you are doing your part as an optimist to bring out the best in kids, where is your expectation for them? Where is it that you know they need to be and you expect them to be there?